everyone. Welcome to Liz Plays Elnard. This is episode 3. I had a classic video maker's blunder, which is that I started recording this episode and went probably 15 minutes before realizing that I either double clicked the record button or didn't click it at all, and I was not recording. So I have had a little preview of what we're going to be doing next. So yeah, I did do a beverage check, so I will do one again. I am drinking a Spindrift, half iced tea, half lemon sparkling water. It is quite tasty, quite refreshing on a hot summer day. I'll jump over to the game here and do everything that I just did for about 15 minutes. Little bit of deja vu for me. So I think last time what we did was we bought scarves for our characters, but we didn't need one-on-one, so we have some extra spending money. So I don't think there's anything else for us to do in this town, so we will be walking back to Zealous, which we had been before. I will try to get there kind of as quickly as I can without fighting too many enemies, because I don't think that the experience points we're gaining really matter a ton right now. I feel very silly now, because I just told my story from the weekend, and now it's like I'm repeating myself, which doesn't matter. You would never know if I didn't tell you, but now I feel like I've rehearsed, so it makes it feel really awkward. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I went to a wedding over the weekend, so I'm recording at like sort of a weird time today. Typically I record on Fridays or Saturdays. But it is a Tuesday afternoon, just after I got home from my day job. So I'm a little off kilter. Yeah, I went to a wedding on Saturday. It was for my little brother's wedding. And it was like a 2.5 to 3 hour drive north. So we did like spend the night in a hotel and do the whole thing, or like around like a bunch of family. And it was really, it was lovely. It was a lovely party. I have not been to like a traditional wedding with all the like bells and whistles in a long time, like many years. So every time I thought like we were done with like the traditional wedding things, there was always another thing. Like the itinerary was really tight, and I honestly, my takeaway was sort of like feeling like the bride and groom didn't really get to enjoy their own party very much, because they were like constantly taking photos and doing the like scripted wedding stuff. Like I completely forgot about the garter toss. Does anyone remember the garter toss? That's a weird one. It was fun though. It was, now see, because I already told this story, I'm like having deja vu and feeling like I'm repeating myself. But I don't think that I said that it was at 2 p.m., late July in a field, like on a farm. And I thought that the weather was gonna be way worse. I was like, oh, it's gonna be like 100 degrees with the way things have been lately, but it was actually not that bad at all. It was like low 80s, so it got a little sweaty during the ceremony, which was pretty short. Like I was sweating for sure, but then everything else was like under a pavilion. It was pretty shaded and not too bad. Besides, there was plenty of refreshing Coors Light to drink that is great on a on a hot summer day. I'm not sure I've ever had Coors Light until this past weekend, and let me tell you, that's a light beer for sure. Okay, so we made it back to Zealous, and I think from having done this about 15 minutes ago, I think I can buy a piece of armor for Asuna. But I think that I already have this for Legis. Yes, I do. Let me see if... I'm sure I've done all this before, like I've looked at all the menuing. I've simply forgotten. I should probably get Asuna a weapon at some point. Okay, so I have the highest weapon level for Legis, so we should be in pretty good shape. One thing about this town is that I'm sure that you can't really follow the story because I'm not really going around and talking to the NPCs. Presumably, there is an NPC that tells you about a scientist that is in the town that studies the lost civilization of Melanum. But I'm not going to find that NPC that tells us that. I'm just going to go straight to this guy instead. This is Brontu. I live in Brush and study the lost civilization of Melanum. I found the entrance to the lost civilization. I know how to enter, but I can't get close to the entrance because of the monsters. Will you go there with me? Absolutely, I will. I'm glad you can come with me. You'll be a great help. We can't waste time, so let's get going. The Cave of Melanum is located on the west of the continent. The entrance is deep inside the cave. The Brontu has joined our party, and it's on to the cave of the episode, is what we will say. It does look like I stayed at the inn, which is a good start. And I think we're gonna head straight there because I'm not too worried about our level in Elnard. So not only did I drink a lot of Coors Light that left me feeling hungover for about half of a day, it was like sort of like it was a very like traditional situation with all of the like regular wedding traditions and things. So that meant the like girls and the boys were like of the wedding party were separated until the wedding or the ceremony rather. And I was not included in the girl stuff, and I wasn't in the wedding party or anything like that, which is fine. I don't know the bride very well, or really at all, so that is to be expected. But I did decide to hassle my brother, and I elbowed into the boy stuff. But I ended up smoking a cigar, which I did used to smoke cigarettes way back when, and I've smoked a few cigars, but it has been several years since I have had any tobacco products, and I don't. It's one of those things. I have no regrets, but I do have consequences, which is that I've felt like my mouth was like fuzzy and gross for like a day and a half. So I think the cigar messed me up more than the Coors Light did. So here we are. Please note that the cave is flashing red on our crystal ball here. That means that there's a rune inside of the 7 runes that we're here to collect, per the story. I don't know this cave super well, so we're gonna wander around for a little bit until we collect our rune and make our way through to Millennium. We're also gonna try to conserve mana as best we can since we didn't buy Asuna a weapon. She's basically worthless without magic power. Okay, maybe I am a little weak. I'm like taking a lot of damage from this guy. I should have leveled up a little bit. It's probably fine though. Yes, we do want to conserve our mana, but I don't feel too bad about using it for like healing, since I think that Legis can mostly get through these battles with his just regular attack. I think this demon is the first recolor we've had so far, which is definitely one of those things that, at least for me, when I was a kid and I would see like a recolor of a previous enemy, I was never like, oh, they were just reusing assets. I was like, whoa. These enemies have gotten stronger since I had last seen them. Like, that really worked on me for some reason. Yeah, Asuna is real weak with her regular attack. That's all right, though. Earl is bullying me a little bit today. He really, really wants to play now that I'm home from work. He's still young. I think he's like 2.5 now, maybe. So he's still pretty kitten mode and will have the desire to play so much that he can't control himself very well, and will do a little bit of wrestling with my leg and foot. And I know, like, the thing you're supposed to do when cats do that is, like, you don't give them attention, you ignore them, like, you never give in to what they are asking for. But it hurts so bad. They have little knives for hands. It freaking hurts. Should have sold my jewels so that I could pick up that opal out of that treasure chest. I don't really want to use my magic attacks on Asuna right now, when I can just use my regular attack on these enemies. These ones are kind of nasty though, so I will use an ice one on them. Okay, big moment. We've received the Wind Rune, which is the first of our 7 runes on our main quest. And each of the runes has a power, and luckily and wisely, this is the fast travel rune. So as long as we're out in the open world, we can go to any town we have previously visited. So that's pretty handy. I think this happened to me last time, but I've been sitting on my foot again, and it is so asleep, and I'm really dreading moving off of my foot and having it like wake up again and getting the pins and needles. So I'm just gonna stay like this and cut off all circulation to my foot and leg. Yeah, so I'm already out of mana on Asuna, and I don't have very many like mana potions, so I'm just gonna use one because both of my heroes are getting a little bit low HP, and this guy keeps dodging out of the way. Okay, I moved my foot, so going to be very uncomfortable in about 2 minutes. Leaving a lot of money on the table with all of these opals that keep dropping, and yet my inventory is maxed out. Here's our first chest trick here. And I can't think of a worse time, frankly, because I'm pretty low on resources. I'm gonna use Be Protect on... This is probably one of those things, like this must be like an Elnard 7th Saga difference here, where I probably don't actually need to do this, where I prep for this battle like it's a boss fight, but I'm going to anyway. Yep, never mind. This series is just gonna be me like hyping up a battle, being like, this is really hard, laying out my strategy, getting all ready, and then the battle is just gonna last like 2 turns. Trying to think what else happened at the wedding, because the wedding is a big event. Like, I don't go to a wedding every day. Oh, something that I thought was sort of funny about it was that the music was not very contemporary, and I feel like they played all of the same songs from like the last wedding I was at, like probably 10 years ago. Not the last, but like the last like normal style wedding. And I'm like, I know they've made music since then. And the thing is I'm like, it wasn't contemporary. I feel like I've heard this music at weddings 10 years ago, except even 10 years ago, it wasn't very contemporary. So I like, did they stop making dance music? It was just like, you know, single ladies played during the bouquet toss. We listened to that Panic at the Disco song that has the word wedding in it. I've had that stuck in my head for like 3 days now. I'm trying to think what else. I don't know, it just wasn't, it wasn't contemporary, and like, not during the dancing part, but like, that song, Love Song, you know, I'm not gonna write you a love song played, Bubbly played, and I'm like, I know they've made more music. I know they have. So that was really surprising to me. And I think they just had like a, you know, a DJ company come out that does events. They played Baby Got Back. It was very odd. I don't know what I would do. Like if I was hosting a traditional wedding, like I don't know what I would play. But if I were hiring a DJ, I'd be like, okay, so are you gonna be playing like like do you know any music from the last 5 years? I don't know. I've got a lot of big talk, but it's not like I know a whole lot of contemporary music. I'm positive they've made dancing music since then. They played the Macarena, which is the one dance I know, so maybe that was a good choice. I was banking on getting through this door without another fight. I'm really quite low on resources, although obviously I can be using my potions more. Ouch. The wedding was very nice, though. I'm getting like paranoid that somehow like my brother's new wife is going to watch my Elnard video and then be upset that I wasn't like complimentary enough about the wedding, which she never would watch this in a million years. The only situation I could think of is like if I died and this is all my family has to remember me by is my Elnard Let's Plays. They might gather around and watch them. But also even then, probably not. I think this fight, this blue demon and I believe it's an orc. I think this is actually a really dangerous fight because both of these hit pretty hard. Got a lucky crit on that one, which is pretty nice. Desktop just started flickering, so I hope I don't lose this recording as well. Sorry, I think I just repeated my actions there because I was looking at my desktop that was flickering in my recording. This fight's got me a little nervous. Wow, I think I've missed like 3 or 4 times in a row. I'm all out of potions. But I think I'm at the end of the wowie. I think I'm at the end of the cave, so I should be fine. Maybe a little leveling is in order. I'm going to run into this enemy. I have a potion 3 that I extremely don't want to use. Oh, are we gonna make it? Yes. Okay. So we'll watch Brontu do his little dance. Here we are. Let's open it. Oh, I guess he doesn't do a little dance. There's a character in the later on that does a little dance for a sequence like that. I was able to enter Melanum because of your help. I'll never forget it. I'll be all right from here. So long, my friend, and please stop by when you come to Brush. So this is Melanum. I've always felt that this town was very creepy. So there's a bunch of treasure everywhere. So maybe we can get some more potions. And there should be like gems and stuff that we can sell for gold. That's going to be helpful for when we need to buy armor again. I've never felt so gold squeezed playing this before, and I think it's just because of all the grinding that you have to do in the 7th Saga. Makes me not realize like how much gold that you're getting at the same time. Wonder what brought down this once beautiful city. Perhaps we will find out what happened here. I had a cake pop for the first time at the wedding. Somehow I've come this far through the last 2 decades having never had a cake pop. That was pretty good. I talked a little bit about how I've developed a sweet tooth, so that spot for sure. They did like cupcakes and cake pops as the dessert method. They did have the like traditional wedding cake that was like covered in fondant. But I don't think they ever like passed it around, so I'm not sure what happened to that cake. Probably would prefer to eat a little cupcake or a cake pop though. So we're just collecting all the stuff here, and then we will be gearing up for a new boss fight, because I can see into the future and I know what is going to occur. I think PR seed is protect seed versus P seed, which is power seed. So I think either way we want to use it on Legis. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it was protect. So we just went ahead and... because I think that he'll be taking more hits if we play correctly. Not that we can control it that much, but you can kind of tell. So I think I've collected all the treasure, and because I can see into the future, I know we have a boss fight coming up. So I need potions. I need a couple B protects. So I'm going to do some fast traveling around, gathering some supplies with my very limited gold. I guess we can first sell all of our gems that we just, gems that we got out of Melanum. Should sell these opals since there are so many more that drop, so we can pick up more. Yes, you do have to sell all of your items one at a time. There's no better way than this menuing. So bear with me here. There simply is no better way than this. We just didn't have the technology. Okay. So we will buy another bee power just while we're here. So those, we have like 2 stored up now. To go here, because I know that there are bee protects in the store, so we'll pick up a couple of those for the next boss fight. Alrighty. And then I think that what we do next is we buy as many potion 2s as we can, because the potion 1s are not really cutting it anymore. And yes, you do have to buy all of your items one at a time, just like this. Okay, so we have 9 potion 2s. I might buy just a few potion 1s because they're so cheap and they can top us off between battles if necessary. The other thing I'm gonna buy here is a couple mirrors. There is an attack that some enemies have that turn you into a stone, and it like lets you out of the stone in like 3 to 5 turns or whatever it is, but it can be a little devastating. But if you have a mirror in your inventory, it'll consume the mirror instead of turning you into a stone. Because I'm not gonna save scum, I am going to purchase gems with the remaining gold that I have, so that if I die, we will be able to sell them and not lose all of our gold, since that's apparently a thing that I have to worry about. Other than that, I think we have all the best armor we could use other than a sword for Asuna. So I think we're just gonna carry on. Typically I would spend a little bit more time fighting enemies in that cave. But we're just gonna see if we can keep it on. Oh, oops. I didn't stay at an inn, I'm noticing. Oopsie. Why do these why do I miss on these enemies so much? So irritating. Said I wasn't gonna save scum, and apparently that meant that I wasn't gonna save the game at all. So bear with me here. To save the game. Alrighty, we're almost back. Alright, take 2. This. I always forget that there's a little bit of cave right before the boss, but I'm glad there is, because otherwise I wouldn't have known that we hadn't healed up, which would have been sad. I don't really care about conserving mana on Legis, because I won't be using his magic attacks for the boss fight, and then I used the AoE spell on Asuna because I I wanted to, I guess. Okay, so here's the boss. He looks a little familiar. I don't think I took any damage, so let's talk to him. I've been waiting for you. It's me, Pison. I've returned from the Dark World and have become Red-Pison. It's your turn this time and you will perish. So it's this guy again. We'll go ahead and raise our defense here. So he hurts a little bit. Do we hurt him? Not too much. So I feel like I'm about at the like intended level for like I was way over leveled with the previous bosses that we fought. Ouch. So we're gonna be using a lot of potions here because he hurts. But so do we. So not too shabby. Can we finish him off with an ice too? This is my greedy play. Yep, we're fine. Okay, that was very easy. But I mean, I actually don't know if he crits, but I would say that we could die in one hit without all of that preparation and the bee protect to like an unlucky crit. So I don't feel too bad about it. We got some levels. We will continue on. Okay. We are in a new area. I think we have a new overworld theme as well. I was gonna consult my map, but I will just try to remember where we're supposed to go here. I guess I could open my in-game map. So these things are kind of nasty when you first encounter them, so I will see if I can live out of this one. I will live because it missed. I think these enemies are so cool looking. Despair. It's badass. We're almost out of mana. But if memory serves, we're real close to the next town. Do we have a new overworld theme? Yes, I believe so. I'm sleepy today. I guess that's what happens when I'm recording on a Tuesday after work. Tuesday easily the worst day of the week. I'll not be explaining myself, but I think everyone knows that. Monday at least is like a fresh start, and you're all rested up. And then Wednesday is like the week's half over. Thursday is tomorrow's Friday. And Friday is Friday. So I guess I did explain myself. Welcome to Igus. I haven't seen a visitor from the continent in a long time. That's us. We made it. So I think this is probably like at this point, and then to the next boss, I feel like is the longest period of time without a boss in this game. For some reason. We will talk to some NPCs for fun. That's the wind rune, isn't it? With the wind rune, you can go instantly wherever you want. I got some empty houses, some similarities to Quest 64 that I'm noticing. I want to go to the continent. The sage won't let me go. Oh, I guess I could show the map, because I can't use it here. It's like the most worthless video game map of all time. Should triangulate our position. So as you can see, we have gone underground from Melanum to this like little, I was pointing at my screen, like you could see me pointing at my screen, to this little island, which is why the people keep talking about the continent. And that is plenty of story for me. Are you really from the continent? Tell me about it, please. I'm very interested. I think this sprite is supposed to be like a guy with a beard, but I always thought it was like a bird. Like I thought the beard was like a beak, which is cooler, I think. That's the wind rune. You must have been sent on a very important mission. You better hurry. In the back room, you'll find the entrance to the cave that is connected to the continent. Please. So we made it to the tiny island, and now it's time to leave. We're in another identical cave, but I think this one is pretty short, and there's only one direction you can travel in. We'll see how many enemies I can dodge while walking. Just kidding, there's more than one direction. But I know the way out. One enemy got me. It's just these things. Yeah, see, Asuna needs a sword because I can't even one-hit these like old enemies from the first dungeon. I must consult my Nintendo Power Map because I don't actually know where I'm going. Am I going south? Never mind. I do know where I'm going. hope I know where I'm going. I don't know how long the run is to the next town. It really might be time to do some standing still and leveling, but I'm gonna see how far we can get. The other reason that it's like kind of good to do some leveling in this area is there are enemies that are called brains that appear around here. And they have such a disproportionate amount of experience compared to everything else in the area that it is pretty efficient to just grind some out for a while here. Do you know anything about Melanum? Yes. Do you mean you found it? I wasted 25 years of my life looking for it. You're just gonna take me at my word. This town has nothing in it for us, I don't believe. This is just a, like, checkpoint, essentially. So we will, I guess, get our potion supply up and check the armor and weapon stores. But we're not gonna, like, linger because there's no reason to grind gold specifically when we could just port back at any time. And we might be able to get higher level gear at the next town. If there is an armor store, I think there is. Kind of like this like boardwalk town. I was hoping that translation would just sort of work. Oh, well, this tells me. This is obviously way too expensive, though. And I think that both of them need it. Yeah. But I think it'll be available in the next town as well. Oh, but I forgot that I am full of, gems from when I fought the boss. So I actually have quite a bit of gold. I have a reasonable amount of gold. Okay, I'm going to ignore this for now. And we're going to keep on and see what the next town has for us. I think it's gonna be the same, or there won't be an armor store. So I'm not super worried about it. And we can always come back with our wind rune. And I think that it's just, east, because there's nowhere else to go. Yeah, see, these are the brains, and they have so much XP, although at this point, they might be a little hard to fight. Yeah, they have really high defense, and they hit pretty hard as well, so fighting two at a time can be a little hard, because like if they had just both hit Asuna, she would just be dead. I did not mean to click that. I'm really lucky that it missed. And again, banking on it not attacking Asuna. I don't remember if I defended already. It will attack Asuna this time, so I'm going to use a potion. Yeah, see, 286 experience is just really high for this area. Yeah, I'm a little, I'm hurting a little bit more. That was really risky. It's not like a huge deal if one of my characters dies. You just have to like revive them at the House of Healing. And it just costs some gold. I think I might be able to make it to the town without fighting. Nope. Yeah, this can be hard, but I don't really want to pass up the experience opportunity by running away. But it's looking a little rough. Oof. 2 HP, huh? A big problem that I'm finding playing this game while recording is that my mind is so split between talking and playing, is that I keep like taking a turn and defending and then not remembering if I had defended the previous turn once it comes around again. It hasn't rained at all lately. The water rune must be losing its power. This is Gunts, the town. I'm sure that an NPC had something to say about it, but we did not read it. Sage is tough and stubborn. Be patient when you deal with him. Bugga. Are you asking for the water rune? I'll never give it to you. It's our guardian. You are wasting time. Leave at once. Don't bother me anymore. I will not give the water rune to a stranger. I already told you, forget about it and leave. You're going to make me angry. ... Don't say a word. You are persistent, aren't you? All right, I'll make you a deal. If you can get us water for the crops without rain, I'll give up the water rune. The easiest rune to get in the game, because of course we spent some time in Pell, the boardwalk city, talking to NPCs, and they informed us that there is a digger by trade in the tavern. Tavern that I can find easily. Yes, sir, I'm the digger Quos. Do you need me for something? Yes. Do you want me to dig for underground water? Yes. Let me think. All right, I'll do it for you. Where shall I start? Quos joined the group. Alrighty. Now we get to see the little dance. is you again. Who is this man? What are you going to do with him? And it's just that easy, folks. Water! We've got water! You've saved the village, thank you. As I promised, here is the water rune. The rune we are talking about is supposed to have magic power that restores lost energy if you use it during a battle. I've also heard about another rune in Petroff to the east. I suggest you go there. Alrighty, well, in one episode, we have gathered 2 of our 7 runes, which is pretty good. So we'll call it there. I've saved the game. And we'll see you next time.